Hello and good morning. Welcome to BVTV Game Day. I'm Jimmy Whitehead, joined by my good mate JT. We're here for the Women's Prestige Pairs Moama final day, mate. Round 7.
Yep.
2 rounds today.
Yep.
How you go, mate?
Yeah,
good trip over? Ready to go?
Yeah, no, come over from Swan Hill this morning. Obviously, it's going to be a big weekend here in Moama. We have obviously the last 2 rounds of the ladies' prestige pairs, and we're obviously bringing you 2 games of that today. And then we're going to roll into our brand new concept of VBL.
Yeah, I'm pumped for it, mate. I'm pumped for tonight. I'm pumped for today. I reckon this game's going to be a cracking game. We've got Taylah, Marron and Doolan against Peri, Buckley and Ray Simpson from Tasmania.
Yep.
Ray Simpson we know from the Tasmania Test Series at Coringle. She was, I reckon, well, she was best performer, we said. I remember actually saying that.
I would have thought she was at least the best Tasmanian player that we've seen anyway for the 2 or 3 days that event was on. So, and Peri Buckley, we found out today from the Sandy Bay, is in the over 60 stateside for the first time in Tasmania.
Yeah.
So she'll be heading up to Broadbeach in a couple of weeks' time for the Nationals.
Correct, mate. So we've got Tristan Taylah are on, I'm just trying to read, they're on 10 points. They've lost 1 game so far.
Yeah, they had a loss. I think the last game, was it yesterday? Or the second to last game yesterday, which they were sitting up in the top 2 or 3. I've been monitoring it, knowing that I was coming over here this morning, and that's dropped them down a little bit. They're the last of the teams of sitting with 1 loss, but obviously sitting on top. And we're going to have the pleasure of actually watching them in the next game is Kelsey Cottrell and Chloe Stewart. They're on 6 wins, plus 92. Their margin is very, very good.
Wow.
Sarah Ashby is running second on 6 wins, plus 57. So there's at least 35 shots difference there at the moment.
Sweet. Yeah. So there's 2 teams on 6 wins. So Tristan Taylah are on 5 out of 6, and then Ray and Peri are on 4 out of 6 wins. So chance for them guys this morning to get this win and nudge themselves into some contention for prize money.
That's it.
Morning, Rowdy. Yeah, big night at Club Barrymore, so you get your roof opening there. Should be a cracker.
Guest speaker at that evening tonight, Jimmy.
Oh, mate.
People are going to have to listen to me talk again.
Do they know what they get themselves into?
No, I'm not sure they did. Don't give me an open license to talk about myself for half an hour.
So a bit of a wayward start here. So the format for this 15 ends, 2-2-2 pairs. So 2 and walk pairs, whatever you want to call it. I know there's different names out there for it. So Ray Simpson. Just trying to find her range here. Everyone's sort of a bit all over the joint here. It's a good preparation for these guys. Got the Nationals coming up pretty soon. The Marge Morris.
Yes.
All of these are representing their states in various formats. So it's a good tournament. It's a very deep tournament. Some real good sides here. There's talent in abundance. Yeah, we mentioned Kelsey and Chloe Stewart, Cass Millerick, the Nerona sisters.
Ann Johns. Alan Faulkner.
Yeah.
No, it's obviously the who's who of nearly of the nation's best female bowlers, but also Victoria's best bowlers, because you get a lot of ladies here, and I'm looking around, that are probably one of the best bowlers in their region, scattered here, and it is a really tip-top competition.
So we're here for the weekend for the VBL, but we've also got the men's prestige pairs kicking off on Monday. So we'll be live streaming Monday through to Wednesday as well.
You got a big gig this one, Jimmy.
I know, mate. I'm already tired as well. I'm already flagging. I'm already battling, so you might have to ignore me. However, we do have the maestro Chris Ball coming up later to join us on commentary, so he'll tag us in and out for a bit, which will be great.
Should be good. We've obviously started a tipping comp with the VBL too, Jimmy, and
it's gone good. I reckon we're almost at 100 entries to that tipping comp now.
You won. Obviously, you rolled me in the Premier League tipping competition last year. I got too emotional and just started tipping with me heart versus me head. And but anyway, we'll see how we go with the VBL. I actually feel really happy with what I've tipped so far, even though it's probably upset a couple people already. But
there's been a few comments.
Yeah, no doubt.
Taylah trying to get inside that. She catches it full, so she'll knock Peri's in And that'll grab the shot now.
Yeah, no, which one's mine? So I want to turn it down.
Just a bit wide there for Peri. Taylah just whacking in Ray Simpson's there. Bit of a loose end to kick off, JT.
Yeah, look, obviously, you know, they've had the roller, but sometimes it can be a bit like this early on, and this green has been known to be tricky at times potentially as well too. So it'll be interesting to see how the game pans out.
Yeah,
I'm sure the talent though will come to the fore at the end.
For those who know Moama, we're on the small TV rink or TV green, whatever you want to call it, the little 4-rinker at the back, undercover. So we normally stream off sort of about rink 7 or 8, which is on the main green, but today we're on the back green. So it does, I mean, this is the green they use for BPL.
Yes.
So it gets a lot of use, but it does play a bit different. I'll be honest, I played on this in state pennant a couple of years ago, and I definitely had at least 2 bowls walk in a direction I didn't think they were going to walk, but the green's been relayed since then.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely things are changing. I'm sure that we'll see as the match progresses, the standard will get better anyway. So,
yeah, some top performers in this rink. We'll try and keep you up to date with some scores around the greens as well. So if you've got any friends, family, club mates playing today, give us a shout. We'll try and go and find their score out for you. There's 4 full greens of games going on today. And I think the most exciting part about this whole competition so far, JT, has been what Big Kev has in store for starting the games off. Traditionally in bowls, we use a little bell or we announce on the mic, right, time starts now. Big Kev has had some different ideas on that. He played Let's Go Girls by Shania Twain yesterday. This morning he's played Let's Get Ready to Rumble from
like a
Michael Buffer.
Michael Buffer,
yeah.
Yep. Yeah, no, I loved it. I was surprised when I first heard it, and I thought, nah, that's Kevy for you, and it's brilliant.
And at the end of the day, yes, they played the AFL siren to finish the game.
Well, that's timely with the AFL finals on at the moment, so.
He's a good lad. All right, so work to do for Triss here. Probably just a 1 down, but an opportunity to get inside that bowl and walk over. Oh, very close. If she catches the edge of that, she's very likely to get back towards the jack and the shot bowl. 1 to Ray and Peri here.
We're going to be broadcasting from this spot for the VBL2, aren't we, Jimmy?
Yeah, mate.
Yep.
So we'll have the 2 rinks of the live stream game going on this green.
Yep.
I'm going to try and work out this scoreboard. I don't reckon it's... I don't. We're good.
You worked it out?
Yeah, I know. We've got some weird layers on our scoreboard, so ignore the numbers.
We'll fix it up.
Yeah. We're a person down today because Mel, amazing marketing manager, normally fixes all this stuff for us. She's playing.
She had a great first
Oh,
day.
mate, her first, well, until she came across Kelsey and Chloe, but yeah, Mal Allen, our marketing manager, she's been going pretty good. She had what Kevy described as the worst draw going. But for a third season, this is her 3rd season, she's going pretty good.
She's going good.
Taylah just not quite making the trip. Brad, just take that down about a little bit so you can see behind the foot behind or something. Peri giving this one a first thought, JT. But nothing doing. A bit short, a bit offline. Taylor's partner, Brad, playing in the VBL later.
I was going to say there'd be a tag team at the end of the day, won't they?
Yeah, the kids.
Brad will come up with the kids and hand them over to Taylah, and
Yeah.
Taylah will have to go home with him, you know, so...
If he's up here earlier, we might get him on commentary for a bit. I've lined up Chris Faulkner to jump in at some stage today and jump on some commentary. We might have a tag team of Poms at some stage.
Yeah, no, I'll let you guys handle that. You probably, you know, talk about the Queen or something like that.
Well, I've been doing my best to get you a Henselot sponsorship. Don't worry about it. I said he's one good offer away from jumping his JT.
Yeah, no.
Oh, Ray Simpson. She's got a bit of a strange delivery. Like her stance is a little bit different, eh?
Yeah, but it's consistent. She does the same thing over and over again, and guess what? It gets results.
It's a good thing about bowls, though.
Yep. I'd argue some of those palm deliveries I've seen
Oh,
over the
mate,
years are some of the worst
yeah.
stances you've ever seen,
Yeah,
but geez, they can do good.
Yeah, the difference is there. They're trying to reach their head more than anything.
I remember when I first started the game, and I got given this book on how to play bowls, and it had all these different stances that people had, and me being pretty new to the sport, you know, Australia, fast greens, everyone was sort of very similar, the follow through, and all these pictures of these different UK bowls and their stances, how they start. I used to thought, nah, this is you're taking the piss here.
The world's biggest backswing. Yeah. Well, I've always been, obviously I grew up playing bowls in England, so coming over here, it took me a while to adjust, especially. I remember copping a 20-second green up at the AO one year, about 3 years ago, which I'd only been playing lawn bowls. I was a crown green bowler back in England.
Were you able to leave any bowl on the green?
Oh, mate, I struggled. Honestly, I felt like I was just playing downhill the whole day. I thought the whole green was on a slope downwards. I struggled. I actually changed my bowls, my stance, my grip, the lot after. I went from a 3 to a 4 because I felt like the bowls were jumping out of my hand. It was carnage.
Look, let's face it, 20 is extreme.
20 was...
I do love a quick green, but 20 is extreme, so you don't get it very
ridiculous. Funny, it was at Robina, which now people say Robina's, their greens are fairly slow.
No, I have seen, though, Robina over the years, you could get...
It was the middle green, the one in front of the club. It was ridiculous.
Lightning, glass-like.
Well, I knew it was quick because next door... I think Ali Forsyth was playing with Mark Casey and a few others, Gary Lawson and someone else, and even they were putting bowls in the pit fairly regularly.
I was going to say, the Kiwis usually can handle that pace better than most because they play on 18, 19 seconds a lot of the time.
Right, so one to... this is weird, I want to call them the Victorians, but let's just call them the Victorians, Taylah and Tris.
This is another interstate series.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Here,
it feels like we're commentating on Vic v Taz again. So there's still room, though. You can see Ray... Oh, you can't see Ray, but Ray's just indicating with a foot. Drop a ball here, please, Peri, and you'll grab shot.
Yeah, the closest shot at the moment is Triss's, which is just probably sitting about foot 18 inches behind the jack.
So 15 end game, this one, JT. I think it's a 2.5 hour time limit as well. Have a bit of a break, and then we'll bring the second game, or the last game of this tournament. Around lunchtime for you. Bit of a break and then back for VBL tonight. Yeah, goodbye by Taylah. Another one in the count for the Vic. She matches one of her previous bowls. Peri, Buckley. Still room for a JT here.
Yeah, this is a bit of bowl.
Needs to land these pair of white bowls, which he's going to do. Grabs a shot. Good shot by Peri. Taylah. Just dropping up short. There's a skips coming to play there. 2 bowls now. Ray Simpson and Doolan. So I'm joined by the man himself, Big Kev. Morning, pal.
Morning, Jim. How are you, mate?
Going all right, mate. A bit tired, but other than that.
Good boy. Have a big one last night, did
Nah, just working. I was up on the laptop till I don't even know what time.
you? Not bad, Jim. Not bad, are you? I had you and Dave Allen out on a date last night.
No, we stayed in on a day.
Oh, that's cute.
So Ray Simpson going after this one, Kev. She likes it.
She's wide and heavy.
Yeah,
Apart from
that's
she's
what
all
I
right.
thought, yeah. Thought she was batting with that one.
What's the score? Not each. 1-0.
1-0. 1-0 to Ray and Peri.
I'm the umpire here, Jim, so I just need to be on my
Oh,
toes.
really?
I
Oh,
might
yeah,
have to-
right. Fair enough.
might have to leave. very
How's it gone
quickly.
then, mate? How's the tournament gone all right?
Yeah, brilliant, mate. Everyone turned up, so that's a start. The weather's been pretty good, mate. We've been lucky. We got 6 mil of rain on Wednesday night, so it was actually a good time. And the greens have held up really, really well. So the boys, Brad and Luke, they've done a great job. Greens look as if they're running pretty well still, so it's good. Weather's nice this morning. There is a bit of rain forecast for this afternoon, but hopefully we're finished by then.
Yeah.
And all the girls will be in the bar on the wine, I'd say.
I heard you getting the bus ready for him yesterday to drop them all back to the airport.
Yeah,
So
bus leaves pretty sharp. Most of the flights are tonight, sort
Yeah,
of
okay.
6 o'clock mark. So bus leaves at 2:30. Everyone will head on their ways, and well, hopefully some of them hang around for the VBL, Jim. But
Looking forward to it.
yeah, it'll be good, mate. It'll be good. We've got a late out, unfortunately.
Oh, who?
Yeah, Brad Campbell.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Is he all right?
yeah, he's all good. Everything's good. So yeah, he's a late out. Just a bit crook. So
Oh, I'm glad I tipped against you in 3 games then. Now he's out.
nah, we'll be right, mate. That's our team talk done for us, Jim. Your tipping effort.
Mate, it's weird how these tips affect people. Like the Premier League last year, when me and JT were tipping the bowl show, and you tipped as well, actually. I think you did pretty well the week you tipped.
Yeah,
We-
I think I was a bit cheeky at a couple of teams, so I'll stay out of that one this
Mate,
time.
they get very upset.
Yeah,
They get very, very upset. The amount of
pretty good.
team talks I've done for clubs in the last.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, though, mate, innit? Exposing the game, getting a bit of exposure out there, get people talking.
Yeah, it's good fun. And then we got your men's prestige pairs next week.
Yeah, the field for that's unbelievable, mate. It'll be a big one next week. A few of the superstars coming into town late on Sunday night, so
That'll be
That'll be
another one that I keep saying Tazzy here, but Ray and Peri. So 2-0 after 2. You're playing in that as well next week, yeah?
yeah, I'm playing my big Henry. Henry?
Oh, I thought you was playing with.
Nah, Sauce can't make it, so
Fair
yeah,
enough.
me and Jez are in. We'll definitely win the tug of war. Don't know what the polls, but we'll win the tug of war. Me and Big Jezza.
I wouldn't want to meet you two after a late night in Moama, mate. Round a dark alley or a corner.
Or in the bar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's also true. Nah, that's. I'm looking forward to that as well next week.
Yeah, that'll be good, mate. You boys are here for that as well.
Yeah.
So tune into that.
We're in for the long haul this weekend, so.
Yeah, so 2-0 after 2 to the Tasmanian pair of Peri, Buckley and Ray Simpson.
So we've got 2 teams on 6 wins out of 6. Kelsey Cottrell, who's borderline unbeatable at the moment.
Yeah, she's
That's the way I'm going to describe her.
Red hot form, mate. It's
Um,
unbelievable.
And Chloe Stewart, and then also Sarah Ashby from Morwell. They're on 6 wins as well. They're a
Sarah's
few
playing
shots
the-
behind, but still 57 up after 6 games is
Yeah.
a fair effort by them.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Sarah and Lisa Roney are playing together. So Lisa Roney's from
From here.
Echuca, yeah, local. So they're going really good. They're on rink 8 just behind us here.
Do they meet each other in the last game? I don't think they do.
Nah,
do they? No.
Kelsey's playing Cass in the last
That's
game.
right. Which will be on our
So
live
that-
stream
yeah, that'll be the live stream, which is what took pretty good for us.
about 11 o'clock, 11:30.
11:30, mate. Yeah. So this one will finish at 11:15.
Yeah, JT's going to go find how Kelsey and Chloe have started.
I'll save my journey. She's probably winning. I think the Sarah and Lisa lost the first couple of ends over there. So
Yeah, right.
yeah, they're playing for a lot of money, Jimmy. So people.
Yeah, what's the price pool?
So it's $40,000. The winners get 12,000 of that. Runners up 7.
Wow.
Third place is 5, I think, and fourth place is 3,
Yeah, right.
and then 5th place is 2. So there's a hell of a lot of money up for grabs here.
Yeah,
So
even that 5th place is.
yeah. They've worked for it though. 8 games of 15 ends. It's a long slog. It's a very hard tournament to win. I was hoping we'd get through the 2 tournaments without anyone winning all 8 games, but it looks like Kelsey and Chloe are going to mess that up for us,
Mate,
straight off the bat.
Same as Aaron Sheriff at the moment. She's they're unbeatable.
Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal, the two of them. Omar's here as well next week.
Yeah.
So
Who's he playing with?
he's playing with Nugget, Sean Ingham.
Yeah, right. So they'll probably go unbeaten as well.
I'd say they're tournament favourites for that one. We'll put the pressure on them straight away. But there's a few good teams next week. Ryan Besser's in town, Nick Cahill, a lot of boys coming up from Melbourne.
Yeah, the who's who. You almost had me as well, which would have been
yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, JT stitched me up, and now I'm stuck in the commentary booth.
It's probably the best place for you, Jim.
Mate, I don't think I've picked a bowl up since March, so it's probably best all round. In fact, I haven't picked a bowl up since March.
So where are these two guys running? Triss is in 8th position, is she?
Yeah, and Ray isn't far behind. 16th, I think. They've dropped 2 games.
Ray's been unlucky. Ray's she's dropped 1 game and had 2 draws. So she's only lost 1, but she did get absolutely belted in that game. I don't know what happened there.
Yes, Dean, the VBL will be live streamed from this evening and across the weekend. If you jump on our Facebook page or the website, you'll see the live streaming schedule. So I think tonight we have Deer Park and the Gippsland Lyrebirds first up, followed by Yarraville Footscray and Warrnambool Bulls.
Good atmosphere in here this morning, Jim. The ladies are up and about.
It's your start music, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been changing that throughout the week.
I was telling JT, shut up, Dave. Bit of Michael Buffer this morning.
Yeah, Michael Buffer to get the ladies fired up for the game.
So yeah, last one you need to go his brother Bruce. It's time.
Well done,
15 ends. Oh mate, I've been practicing that. Don't worry about it.
you can maybe do it. What is it? That's for a shot.
Oh, great
First
shot by Triss.
Front toucher.
The interesting thing about the Buffers is there's actually a third brother. So these two are phenomenal announcers, and the third brother's just some bum who.
Is he buffering? Is he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just some dosser who works in a. I don't even know where he works. Right, I'll let you go umpire, Kev.
Yeah,
we'll tag the man JT
Thanks,
back in.
We'll catch up later.
Yeah, for sure, pal. Bit of VBL news from Kev there, JT. Brad Campbell's hello.
No, I did catch the guys walking in. I thought, oh, geez, that impacts me a couple of me predictions, but I have to live by them now.
I know, I'm glad I didn't tip him.
I still believe home green will actually mean a fair bit here, but anyway, we'll see what happens later on during the weekend. Score update. So the 2 undefeated teams are Kelsey Cottrell's team and Sarah Ashby's team.
Yep.
Both currently 0-2 down after 2 ends on both the games.
Yeah, right.
So again, early days, plenty of balls to go.
Is it Jan Morton?
Yeah, she's playing Morty. Yep.
Yeah.
And Sarah's down here on rink 8, and they've lost the 3rd end in a row. I don't know how many they lost then, but I'm sure again, early days. It was a good bowl there by Triss there a couple of bowls ago, Jimmy.
Yeah. Grabbed the shot.
Because outside of that bowl, the next 4 are all Tasmanians, Ray and Peri's.
Which is why Ray's calling Peri to sort of reach up here, lose your bowl almost.
Chances there, Jimmy. We actually haven't really probably talked about the game so much as yet, but you got on the backhand, roll, Peri's own bowls over or just underneath and sit the shot bowl out.
Yeah, she's reaching up here. She's just under though. That's
well, that changes the look of it.
That actually probably makes it slightly better. You can come forehand at that now. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So Triss calling Taylah to sort of get behind some coverage.
Dean Goodwin?
Yeah, I already.
Are you going to answer that one? Cool. No, just checking our Facebook comments.
Oh, Brad Janner on his way to Premier League this season. Just condolences on the Queen. I'm looking forward to watching Fitzroy Victoria in Premier League this year. They've picked up a few players. Got another Scottish bloke coming apparently.
Yeah, right. I reckon there'll be a bit of home green advantage with those guys. That back green at Fitzroy Victoria, if you play it enough, you know it and you know where the little intricacies are.
Yeah.
I've actually had the chance to play there a number of times over the years in disability stuff, Jimmy. And
have you played it since it's a new green?
The back one?
Yeah.
No. So I'd be interested to see what it's like.
It was pretty slow last time I played it, but that was it wasn't long after it had gone in. So I know they take a while to bed in these synthetics.
I remember the front green was obviously their barefoot bowls green, and
it's carnage.
they whacked us on there for an Australian Championship one year. And
Yeah, right.
yeah, watch some of those bowls go sideways, left and right. You name
You're still
it.
filthy at Bob Gilbert for that.
I am actually, yeah.
All right, Ray having a bit of a dig at this one
She's
now.
close. He gets a bit of that. Ooh.
Morning, Andy. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're strapped in for a big day of streaming. 2 games this morning, bit of a gap across this afternoon, and then into VBL action from 6 p.m. tonight.
Just be looking to get another one in here, Jimmy.
Yeah,
needs
100%.
It needs another one. Even if it was third shot, it still takes the danger away.
Needs a friend.
The alternative is if she can get to the jack first with 2 feet away, a foot away, she's got one roundabouts and maybe taking the shot away. She's just a little shy.
Yeah. The long days, these 3 games, like this is game 7 now. You're getting tired at this stage, aren't you? It's weird. I was talking to someone walking in. I run. If I'm back running now. I run a fair bit. I run about right under again. Run about 20 k's a week, 30 k's a week, and I would prefer to run than back up into 3 days worth of bowls because you're just tired.
You're not going to get me to agree with you here, Jimmy. I haven't run 30 k's in total
in your life.
Yeah, fair chance. Well, I did a couple cross countries when I was a kid, but outside of that, nah, wasn't with my bung leg. I wasn't a real good runner. Yet I probably run up and down the green a fair bit.
Yeah.
So go figure.
Just leaving one on the queue rack there. So one of the Victorian girls here. So 2-1 in total after 3 ends. Just having some issues with the scoreboard, so yeah, there we go. Caught up now. I don't know why it's doubling up.
Don't ask me. I'm not that tech savvy, Jimmy. Used to be once upon a time.
Oh man, I've got a clue. So just focus on the big scoreboard. Would be the way to go. Morning, Lockie. Keeping well, buddy. Feels weird. We haven't streamed since the New South Wales Test Series, so and it's been a while.
Well, and I obviously didn't do that one. My last one was Kringle, so I was actually thinking that this morning driving over that she's been a little while. Got to get my head back in the game.
Oh, we had a bit of practice this week. We did the show, the BVTV.
That was a new experience. Obviously, we normally do it via Zoom or along those lines, Jimmy, and we went into the SEN studios and recorded it. I think I was actually probably a bit too formal upon reflection, and I wasn't my usual cheeky self. I actually got a bit of feedback during the week saying, where was the cheekiness, JT? So anyway, kept it very professional in that environment.
I just copped a mouthful from Moama when I came at Mr. You didn't tip us at anything. You just give us a write-off.
What's that, sorry?
I writ them off, Moama. I didn't tip them.
So
they weren't happy with me.
I'm smarter. I know I'm coming here.
But the girls are after you.
No, I did bump into Chloe before, and she gave me that look of, geez, JT.
Yeah. Morning, Tommy. Hope you're well, buddy. Got your eye. I don't know if you're here. I'm trying to find you. Now we're looking forward to the season kicking off again. It's almost it's the good thing about this VBL is it's sort of starting the Victorian season off for us. We'll kick into Metro Premier League streaming as well. The schedule will be out for that in the next week or two. So we'll be streaming every round from that as we did last year. Yeah, when she said Peri, I did think Peri sauce, but she's dotted 2 on there.
She's starting off all right. Better than all right.
It's Brad Marron, who's Taylor's partner, and he's representing the Gibby Lyrebirds at the VBL.
I reckon they're the smoky team.
Oh, they're a gun team.
They're the one team that obviously don't all naturally come together. You know, most of the teams have got 3 or 4 members of their side that come from the club at the very least, or from a club. they're all from all over the shop. But if they get it right and gel, there is a lot of upside there.
I've been messaging Tyson Cromie, who's playing in that side. He's pumped for it. He's real excited. Yeah, they're all big game players. Brad Marron, Brad Orr, both won state titles, won a national title. Brad Marron, and then Tyson Cromie's one of the up and coming stars of the sport. Nathan Murray's won state singles titles.
On his day, he's very hard to beat in singles. So, and I assume that's probably where he'll play. We haven't got all the lineups yet.
Yeah, which is good. I'm happy to keep it a secret till the end, sort of thing. Who's playing where? So we'll start off with some pairs and triples action. Again, we'll wait until we see the teams to work out what rink we're streaming on that, and then we'll have the singles after that one. So Tris is going to collect the jack, JT, and grab the shot.
Good bowl. Very good bowl.
So it's definitely the standard narrow and N4 has upped in this game. Bit of a slow start from the ladies on this rink.
Yeah, I love the 2 and walk, Jimmy, I would call it, the 2-2-2-2. It's obviously the traditional format of pairs.
Yeah.
Outside of a state pairs championship, it's probably not played a lot these days. It's a long version of a pairs game if you're comparing it to 2 bowl pairs, 2-4-2, 3 and walk. But I actually think it's the best form of the game. So there's still a need for it, I feel, and I reckon in terms of playing big events, it's very good.
Yeah, it's the traditional form of pairs, if we want to call it.
And if you're a leader, you get to play leads and thirds bowls, and if you're a skipper, you get to play seconds and skippers bowls, and it shows good variety, and the teams actually have to really play well to win.
It's one of them games, this format. Personally, I mean, I'll struggle with any form of bowls, but I struggle, especially as a skip in this format, because when I'm playing my first 2 bowls, my mindset is trying to win the end straight away, where you need to almost treat it like a pennant game where you're trying to build ahead before you start attacking. I have a tendency to attack early in this, and all of a sudden I'm 5 down before I know what's going on.
It can work to your favour though, because if you have play a bit of skipping and have a skipper's mentality as a second, when you play the seconds bowls, you can actually get on there and change your head up very early if things aren't going well. So there's some pros and cons with that mindset.
Yeah, I feel anyone who wins a title in this format has gone good, because they've had to give it some thought. As Taylah goes running for this one, JT.
She's very close.
Chips a jack. It kind of gets a bit of side action. And now, so we've got a new camera operator today, Brad, another Brad, and he's going to have his work cut out trying to find out where this jack is now. He's nodding. We might have to use the middle camera, Brad.
It's in the left-hand corner of the ditch.
Yeah, so I still think Ray and Peri are holding one.
Yeah, Ray's bowl is definitely shot.
She copped it, but just didn't cop it exactly as she wanted to cop it. So you can see the marker on the bank, the white marker, that's where the jack is. So Ray's blue bowl holding shot. So very much a skips end now, just trying to draw to the ditch.
It's going to take a good bowl, but there's still probably nearly 2 feet, 18 inches of, on a carpet green, you can normally get your weight pretty well. Tris, quality bowl she is. She's more than capable of drawing this.
I think she can sit and stay here. I think she can be
That's the other option.
So the good thing for them is they might even be 2 down, but I think they're only 1 down. Her bowl's in the ditch. Well, Taylor's bowl's in the ditch. It's the touch. It can't go anywhere. It can't change. So she can afford to overplay this shot almost and sit the blue bowler raise in and stay up.
She's just holding. The next door's having a conference, and that's all right.
She's if you watch Triss's delivery, you'll see it here. She's extremely deliberate in what she does. She's from the Lockie Thai school of coaching, so everything she does has a reason. I wish I had more of that in my game, to be honest. I just walk up to the walk up to the mat and go quick. She's going to go.
Plenty of blokes who have amazing results. Pretty much walk up.
But
and
the
go
fun
quick.
was the fun one was when I played against Aaron Wilson, and I'm actually quicker on the mat than Aaron is. So we were in the bar having a beer at about 3:45 on a pennant day. We played on like a 10-second green as well. Did you just ask me if I beat him? Yeah, I did beat him.
No,
JT.
no,
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
ask because
Yeah,
I actually knew the results, so I didn't want to get your head any bigger.
I did. After being 9-zip down in that game as well, we came back and.
My famous saying is a broken clock is right twice right.
It's not a bad
And
show.
you've obviously you got it right once there, you know.
Yeah.
So
And I actually remember saying that game, we were 9-zip down, and my rink were definitely nervous that they were playing against Aaron. And I said, all right, we've had a few ends now. We've had 5 ends. We're 9-zip down. You do realise the 3 people in front of him are no good, and we've got 8 bowls against his 2. So we'll be all right if we just put the 8 bowls in there. And that calmed him down a bit.
Geez, words of wisdom from Jimmy Whitehead.
Oh, mate. I'm actually a pretty good skip. Playing bowls, I'm no good. But I'll convince my rink that they're better than what they are normally.
I kid you not, I was coaching East Shepparton. Might give it away a little bit with this conversation, but I used to do pre-game talks, and I said to this guy, you know, you stick at it, you might become the best second in the comp. And I was just trying to G him up. Next minute, we picked our association side. He wasn't picked as a second, and he cracked it with me because he thought he was the best second in the comp.
3 to the girls from Tassie there, so that will take them to a 5-1 lead after 4 ends. So just a reminder for those jumping in late to the stream, Taylah and Triss have won 5 out of 6, and Ray and Peri have won 4 out of 6. So prize money pays down to 5th, Kevy was saying. So a chance for Peri and Ray, if they can get this win here to...
We'll give you some score updates too of the other contending teams. We have 2 teams undefeated. Kelsey Cottrell is one of those teams. They're currently leading, and they're down on the first grass green, Jimmy. So I might go for a wander in a second and just get a score update. And then the other team is Sarah Ashby, which is on the green behind us. So that's probably a lot easier to find out. Rink 8.
Nice work.
Yeah, so I'll do a little old jog. I'll get me 30 Ks up, Jimmy.
I was actually supposed to go for a run this morning, but I might have had 1 or 2 any lemonades last night, so I was no good for a run this morning. Taylah drops one right on top of the jack. Sensational lead bowl there. Peri with some work to do, a bit of correction from her first. Don't think she's made the trip here. So Taylah with a chance to double up, as you see JT skipping back into the commentary booth at the back of the camera there. So Taylah gets around the front one. Good home. One at the back's always good. What's the scores on the doors, JT?
Sarah Ashby's rink, 3-all.
Yep.
Kelsey's currently 1-3 down.
Yeah, right.
Again, early days. So I think they've played 4 ends. So it looks like there's 4 singles being dropped so far.
Tight games. Your little man's birthday today, mate?
Yesterday. Yeah,
Oh, yesterday, yeah.
turned 4 yesterday.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jesse. I'm not sure he'd be actually listening. He does actually enjoy the bowls. Story was Monday morning. Obviously, I had to come down to Melbourne and do the show, and not long after I left, Kelly said to me he put his Murray Down shirt on because he wanted to be daddy.
Yeah,
and he pulled the carpet bowls out.
Oh, good lad.
And started playing with them. So he's a terrific little dude. And yeah, we got a big birthday party for him on Sunday.
Sweet.
I did see my my lead in the upcoming Australian Multi-Disability Championships. Give me a little shout out. He's just brown nosing, really. Let's face it. We're having a game together in about 2 weeks.
It's come around quick, that Nationals, actually.
It's been
it's been a long time coming because it's been postponed so many times with COVID. The actual first iteration of having it all together.
We should probably give a shout out to our Bowls Victorian Operations Manager Jeff Reichel because he's probably done a lot of work. Well, no, not probably. I know he has. He's done a lot of work in logistics.
He's been guided expertly by myself, but he's learning. He's learning. His old giffer.
No, I get an odd message too, and he'll pick me brains about something. And we got a good work environment at BV, and he's another one of the stars in the organisation.
Yeah, he's. I did a development course with him the other week. As we get completely off tangent from the bowls here, he's actually been involved in sports for 20 years. Which is amazing. And his story is, which I didn't know until he said it in this course. He tries to work in what he would call the underdog sports. He never wants to go to a cricket or an AFL. He always wants to turn a smaller sport into
a better product,
a bigger fish. Yeah. So, hence why he's at bowls now.
Well, funny enough, I met him. And I couldn't tell you exactly. I reckon it was either 2017 or 2018. I got invited to some sort of conference that was at Rod Laver, Australia, around sports participation and development. I was working for Bowls Australia at the time. And we actually got sat in the one table together. Yeah, right. And I'm pretty sure he's at Softball Victoria then.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he's softball, baseball,
volleyball. They're all not as big as Bowls though.
Nah.
They wouldn't deliver a commentating team like this, would they, Jimmy?
Not the personalities anyway. Is that Peri just floating around the edge there? So the Vics have Taylah, Marron and Doolan holding a couple here. You can see what Tris is calling Taylah on, just inside out sort of shot. Slightly narrow on your line. Grab the shot. Grab her third shot.
Try and probably just get under Peri's bowl there on the run in.
She doesn't like it. I think she's a tad quick. Not a million miles away. There'll be a side to watch this year, Golden Square, where Taylah plays. Brad's gone over there, took T-Bone with him and Big G. Morning, Isabel. Hope you're well. Yeah, so Trish just calling Taylah 3 or 4 feet off. She's better here, JT.
Speed's good. Going to finish in a good home. May not count, but it's definitely going to be in a good home.
I reckon she does. Oh, if she fell the other way, she was in then. Stiff half 5 from Ray to her partner Peri on the way past. Trying to gear up. Narrow.
Yeah. Speed.
Held up a lot more than I thought, that bowl. Actually,
I think you recall from the Kringle series, I reckon her bowls tended to be a bit tighter than most that played down at Kringle there, you know. So.
I don't think I commentated on that game. I think it was a Saturday when I weren't there. It was too cold for me.
That's
that
right,
night.
you wussed out, you know, and I sat there for the whole 3 days.
It's like time you did some work, mate. I'm here for 7 days of commentary.
Nah, that was one thing I did notice. She probably had slightly narrow bowls than
Yeah,
most on the green, but she played her weight so well. You know, bowls hanging around the head if she missed.
Well, she was the star performer of that Tassie side. I mean, they copped a bit of a belting across the men's and the women's series. 5-0 in the men's and 4-1 in the women's. But she was the star performer for Tassie across both sides.
And her whole rink, I guess, in essence as well, because they were probably they had a very good performance at Coringal.
Almost massive nuisance value, that bowl. If it was...
Yeah, I still think it's on the backhand. You play a yard away, you got a chance to hit the bowl. If you can get the jack down the line a yard, you might make 3.
I back Ray here. She was that close to the first. I think she'll find that small adjustment she needs. She's marching straight after the bowl. Josh, she's wider.
Wide.
Yeah, she's wider.
You just get a bit too far on this side and tends to hang a little bit on you. That's the only thing.
So a reminder for those jumping in, this is the back green or the small 4-inker at Moama. So where they have the BPL, this is the show rink. It's where we'll be streaming from later this evening as well for the VBL.
It's where having the right tools on these greens sometimes make a huge difference, Jimmy. We, from experience of being involved in the BPL as a coach, a lot of the guys would bring 2 or 3 sets along.
Well, they
and play with the wider set to make sure they get down over the top of it.
Correct. So it should be 2, I think, maybe a third. Can have a look to the girls from Vic here. Well, you do notice in the BPL that they tend to play with wider bowls, don't they? They play with the Tigers or to just take out any small runs. They just go with the turning bowl so they know what it's going to do every time.
Yep, correct.
I think that's 3.
It could be, yeah. Deceivingly different on the screen versus out there. Brings the game to 5-4, Jimmy.
As we chalk up a third of the game, 5 of the 15 ends gone. So game 7 of 8 this. The game we'll bring you after will be Kelsey Cottrell, the phenomenon at the moment, and Chloe Stewart against Cass Millerick and Julie Keegan, which should be a
cracker.
Good fun to watch. Morning, Spence. He's new club Brighton are playing in the VBL later today, the Blue Devils.
Correct.
Good talk. They're my tip to win it. Very, very good side they've put together. Young side as well.
Youngish, yeah.
Russell Green spoils it, but
and Thor.
Oh yeah.
He's older than
Poor
Russell.
Thor. Yeah.
No,
Is he really?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So Russell and I come from the same junior era. We're at the same age, and Thor's probably 1 or 2, 3 years older than us.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Russ just wears it a bit different to Thor than him.
I haven't seen I haven't seen a lot of Russ lately.
I'll tell you, it was funny. We got a storage shed at BV, which we went to the other day. Heaps of old photos and that sort of stuff. And there was a picture of Russ in his heyday with his big mullet.
He was a phenomenon when he came out of the juniors. He got himself a Guernsey in the Australian squad and winning a lot of titles.
Peri, a bit short with her reply to Taylor's, which was a bit long and off camera at the moment. She's got a good delivery, Taylah. Very compact, always the same. Yeah, she corrects pretty good. Grab the shot. Still room for Peri, though. Oh, she's overcorrected.
Well, she's probably a little lucky. It was probably going in the pit, but sat on Taylor's back bowl.
So both bowls still on the green.
Yeah.
Triss, can she find a path through? She does in a roundabout way. Couple to her and Taylah now. So Ray coming on the forehand. Everyone else has been playing the backhand. Don't think she's got the legs with this one. Terrific line.
David Croft asking about the BPL. Well, the BPL is a Bowls Australia event. The next incarnation is in November at Pine Rivers. There will be one in Moama again. It's generally either February or March. I don't know the exact dates.
I reckon it's Feb, yeah.
Yeah, but you're roundabouts. It's usually always around then.
So we've got VBL kicking off tonight, 6 p.m. So make sure you're streaming in for that. Best of the Victorian talent with a sprinkling of marquee players from interstate. Yeah, Moama just racks up the events. Got VBL tonight, got UBC in December, and then yeah, it'll be BPL in Feb.
They host our region sides.
Yeah, I
State
know.
pennant.
So, oh, Ray gets the jack back to the one that you called. She was thankful she stayed up, and she definitely is now. That back yellow and green splice bowl of Peri's. Ray headbutting the jack back there.
Always advantages of passing the head, Jimmy, you know, and even if it did go in, you know, so be it. But the fact that she obviously nailed the jack then and she's got one back there definitely helps. So
The touch in the ditch as well. You can see by Triss's foot there. There you go, boys are practicing at Brighton. It's good, I reckon everyone's taking this VBL. They're all fired up for it.
that should be good. And hopefully we'll get a year one under our belts this weekend, Jimmy, and then we'll get bigger and better with it.
Well, I reckon I've got 8 more teams ready to go before we even do this one.
Yeah, no, I reckon there's going to be some interest from my area. There's no doubt about it.
So Jack is in further back just off the screen. We'll try and tilt the camera down. Peri with a big jump out on her delivery. She just needs to navigate his front pack of bowls here. Oh. I think she was too far away with her weight then.
Peri's last bowl for the end. Should be looking just to correct. I don't reckon her weight was that far away.
No, I think
Jimmy,
she
just
was
needs to
okay.
get a little wider and filter around those bowls.
Yeah, just navigate a path. So the jack is just off the camera shot there. He's got a new operator in Brad today's. Just
Where it finishes just shy of jack high, and it's probably sitting 2 feet inside that last bowl. So yeah, that's the angle we want there, Brad. Where we can, the viewers can see where the jack is. Give a bit of an idea.
so back green and yellow.
green,
Yeah.
Yep. Here's the shot.
Triss. She's having a. I actually thought she'd bowled a bowl. I was trying to find out because she was standing in front of the mat looking down.
She's looking at maybe playing forehand, playing a little bit more weight. She's got her own bowls or Taylor's bowls there to potentially land. If she happens to find a hole, she might get the jack herself. Don't mind the shot. she's gone back to backhand after all that being said. You do occasionally get made to look like a fool sometimes, Jimmy, if you try and make a prediction. Now it's just a matter of her speed now.
She's... Oh, she might have turned that ball. I don't think she's turned it in for a shot, I don't think.
Don't believe so. She's just marginally quick. All Ray has to do is beat her own team's bowl, Peri's bowl, the yellow-green one. If she gets inside it, it'll count.
Where does Ray play, do you know? In Tassie?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, one of our viewers will know.
Yeah,
Can
I'm
someone
sure
stick in? Because I know Peri's from Sandy Bay, which is
Yes.
a beautiful part of the world in Hobart. But so I'm imagining Ray's from down Hobart way, but Tassie's not the world's biggest place, so I do love Tassie. I always enjoy going down there.
You can drive it in one day.
Yeah. I remember booking a trip during pennant finals, driving from Launceston to Hobart and taking about 97 phone calls about falls on the way down.
She did, we just seen there, Trish did opt for that shot we called before her third bowl, and it's just a little wide. I think that was the shot. Gave chances. Now Mark Smith has said that Ray is from Launceston.
Thanks, buddy. I knew
as
someone
said,
would know.
I reckon her weight wasn't far away the first one. She was just a fraction narrow. I think her weight is good again. It's just a matter of she gets down, flops,
just
maybe.
crashes into that. If that was counting, she's made 3. If it's not, it's only 1. I'll take the 1 out.
As I said, the camera angle's deceptive.
King Meadows.
It's where we sent our juniors last year, remember, Jimmy?
Yeah.
No, the only series they got fully played, remember?
Oh, yeah. Carnage COVID.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good. It's a good. Yeah, just the 1. It's a good hotbed of talent, Tassie. There's some great bowlers. They got some terrific young players coming out of there at the moment as well.
We obviously had a junior test series in Sunbury back in July.
Who was it? There was one.
There was 2 or 3 boys from Tassie that were absolutely phenomenal. They did stitch our boys up. I'd argue that their girls are probably more at a developmental phase versus our girls. And our girls had a very good series in 150, but their boys, they were fantastic. And what I was actually even more impressed with was that their ability to play a good shot when it mattered in clutch moments. So good future for Tasmanian men.
I mean, even look at their stateside that they sent up. Both the women's and the men's had a lot of young players in it, particularly the men's. Taylah Mail, the Sims brothers, Will Code.
Isaac Morn, who's actually about to head up north and reside and play for Broadbeach.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Or Broadbeach or Helensvale. My apologies. Better get that one right.
Yeah, I'll stitch them to it.
It's Jared Davies is the one going up.
Yeah,
Broadbeach.
No, so some good players coming out of Tassie, and then having that BPL team just gives them the opportunity to showcase that talent at a national level.
And it probably all stems back from a stack of hard work from Beck Van Ash, obviously former CEO of Bowls Tasmania and now the high performance manager of Bowls Australia. But Beck did a stack of work lobbying the Tasmanian government, key partners, key stakeholders, and they got that Tasmanian side off the ground. And they have now a pathway there for any Tasmanian bowler to potentially reach the top in a different capacity in our BPL format. We're
going to see a few of them in Victoria as well this year. I just had some marquee player nominations yesterday. Essendon have got 3 from down there.
It's always been an Essendon Tasmanian link over the years, whether it was Robbie McMullen.
That's it. So they got Robbie, Taylan, and Will Code.
I was going to say Mark Strocknetter in the past, Lee Schreiner when he was down there, come back. There's always been a connection.
All right, bit of a loose head for the leads here. So Taylah with her last bowl of her first 2, trying to drop one on the jack. Gets the closest so far in this end. Bit of a mid-rink conference for the Victorian girls.
tends to happen. I think a lot more these days it's even more structured where you might say, right, every 5 ends we get together as a team and have a bit of a chat. Probably happens a lot more in a fours component when there's a lot more players in the team, but it's something that happens. What was it? I'm just trying to think of the occasion and the story. Obviously, generally, if you have a little powwow, it's usually when you win the head. And obviously, you got the mat. As Ray puts one down on the wrong bias, she'll want that one back. And she's
on live stream, right?
She's kind of a little bit embarrassed, I reckon, about that one. No one wants to put a wrong bias, let alone on live stream. What I was about to say was about the conversation between a rink. As I said, I can't remember the occasion, but the occasion was normally you do it after you win an end and you have a bit of a regroup session, work out what your tactics were. I seen it in a final. I think it was a pennant final once where the team that didn't win the end, but they needed to actually have the chat, they decided after the first bowl went down of the opponents, they actually went and met, had the meeting. There was a bit of discussion about whether that was time wasting and all the rest of it. As it turns out, it worked for them. And they gained momentum back after having that little chat. And actually, I know where it was. It was actually under 18 Test Series against Tassie.
Oh, right.
Our Victorian boys did it one end when they felt like the momentum was shifting against them.
Yeah, it's as much mental as it is physical ability. Bowls. So loose end here.
Maybe Ray and Peri need to have a little chat after Ray's wrong bias.
Trish drawn in that group. Probably pushes Peri close to shot now. Taylor's bowl's just off camera below. Hey, pal. I don't remember getting out. I don't remember. Right, what's Peri got here? I think the pace is good.
It's the best one so far,
Good enough for shot.
Yep, best one so far.
Yeah, Trish saying just stay in the forehand to Taylah. There's plenty of room either under or around. No need to be scared. It is tough when there's a bowl on the line coming in to sort of visualise the shot, because automatically in your head you think, I'm just going to hit that bowl.
So we've got to teach yourself to go, right, if I play good weight, I'm a chance, you know.
Yeah.
So
I reckon it's an underrated skill, that, being able to forget that there's a bowl there and just play your shot anyway. Because no matter where it is, you think it's on the line. Even if it's not on the line, you convince yourself it is. Wider from Peri.
and I reckon Peri's probably looking at that where their head is and going, oh, geez, I need to get wider now myself, and thus she's got a little too far.
Yeah. Taylor's just needing to stop. Played a terrific line there.
It's only just over if it is.
So that Tassie bowler Peri's, which is shot, is probably one within a few.
Problem is it easy to get out?
I don't think it is.
Like it's maybe on the backhand. You could
That's
potentially
the
clip
only
it
way
out,
I see it, yeah.
and you go, right, okay, and if I happen to get the jack, guess what? They've got the full back stuff too. So it might be the shot.
I think that searching weight there, because if she is slightly narrow, she catches her own.
You could screw
Trish,
off
yeah,
it,
she comes back in anyway.
You know, it depends how confident he is in terms of just drawing the shot versus playing the quicker backhand shot.
So Ray's interestingly coming on the backhand. She probably needs to add another into the head for her and Peri here. Otherwise, there's an opportunity for Tris to.
I guess she's also playing potentially weight here that if she misses, she might get to a good home and cover
So
those
she's-
bowls.
yeah,
She's
she's
got the backest bowl now.
So if Tris is going it on the backhand, she probably now goes with less weight, more of the overdraw weight than a real attacking shot. So she's coming backhand. She is capable of a shot like this, Tris. She's a very good backhand player. She's gone with more weight than I thought she would. It's nice to know that we're calling heads the same way that the players are this morning already, JT. She's under.
Ooh, wasn't that far away.
That's always a good sign that we're in touch with the game as well, is we can call the shots that they're about to play.
There's no doubt that Ray needs another one in here. That's how she's going to go about it. Peri's standing behind the head saying, draw one where you're going to cover and count as well on the backhand.
I would personally, and I do like to disagree with players' shots, it's what we're here as commentary. I would have drawn one in forehand here. And if she gets in the way...
Well, but she could have got in the way in the backhand too, though, Jimmy.
She's closer. Her weight's pretty good here, I reckon, JT.
Yeah, I think she's nearly going to count and sit in a good home.
Yeah, good shot by Ray. I reckon she's added another there.
Yep.
It's a very good bowl by her, a needed bowl, a required bowl.
Now, Trish has to work out what weight she wants to play. She doesn't have the backest.
Yeah, I think... So I don't know if you can hear that coming through the mic. Just saying, look, I'm just going to have to draw under or try and walk off the shot bowl. I think it's a great call.
Yeah, I think there's chances there. She could even splinter off her own bowl or Taylor's bowl on the backhand. After this end finishes, Jimmy, I'm going to do a score check for us.
I'll go.
No.
I've got to eat my food. I'm starving. Oh,
probably not by design.
Still one down. Taylor's probably going to stick a measure on it, yeah. For my eyes, she's still one to Ray and Peri, but we'll see what comes of the measure. Yep.
Score now, 7-4 in favour of Peri Buckley and Ray Simpson over Taylah, Marron and Tris
I'll go
Doolan.
and get Kelsey and Chloe's score.
Yep, thank you. And I'll hopefully keep the viewers entertained. The Sarah Ashby ring too, Jimmy. Just for those at home, this is round 7 of the Moama Ladies Premier Pairs. It's been playing, this is the third day. We're up to round 7 of 8 rounds. We have 2 undefeated teams at this stage of the competition. Jimmy's going to get us those scores. Kelsey Cottrell is playing on the next green down on the grass greens, currently on 6 wins, so she's 6 out of 6 plus 92. The only other undefeated team is Sarah Ashby, who's playing on the green behind us on the other carpet green. And she is on 6 wins plus 57. So there is a margin there at this stage. And then there is 6 other teams, all on 1 loss so far, who are trying to stay within the scope of winning some money in this competition. Fantastic competition. As Peri starts off with a not a bad opener. As Peri goes down the back, she's probably landed right on the plinth of the ditch just about. Taylah, great correction there. Nearly shot. Good ball either way. These two teams, Tris is one of the teams that has had one loss, so obviously looking for the win to stay in the contention for money. And Ray has won 4 out of 6 so far. So again, they're in a situation where if both teams got a couple wins for the day, they're probably potentially got a chance to figure high in the competition. So it's definitely on for all. Ray's first bowl's weight was really, really good, as you might have heard by Peri. So all she has to do is fix the lineup here. One of our sound effects can pick up Ray then, but she said, I've got no idea what this bowl's doing. She's having a battle. It was a little long, went past the head, landed on Peri's second bowl there, which is sitting near the edge of the ditch. Talk to us, Jimmy. How we going? Score updates.
Sarah Ashby, they're up. They're 9-5 up.
Good. Good.
So they're on their merry way to a 7th win out of 7. But Kelsey and Chloe in a bit of a battle, 4 apiece after 7 ends up there.
Against Jan Morton?
Yeah, I don't know who Jan's playing with. I thought it was Gail.
No, definitely not Gail.
But it's not Gail.
Nah. She normally plays with Gail.
Oh, she's playing with Barb. That's Barb Vaughan.
Okay.
That's Graham Spencer's partner.
Ah.
She can play. She won the pairs, the state pairs. So yeah, that's a fair rink, a very experienced Victorian rink.
Yep. Did you hear Ray before? We heard it through the special effects. She put her second bowl down, then she goes,
No idea.
Yeah, I got no idea.
Could hear that as well.
Yep.
Yeah, I just had a laugh with Peri then. So I was just eating my bacon and egg. She said that Ray boasted to her only last week that she never does wrong biases because her pre-shot routine, she always checks what hand she's playing. Sure enough, she plays a wrong bias in this game.
I've done one. Haven't done one since my first year of bowls, Jimmy.
To be honest, it's part of my pre-shot routine. I don't have the greatest pre-shot routine, but I would be pretty confident that since I've been playing lawn bowls, which is 3 or 4 years, my background's in crayon green, but I don't think I've played one.
No, I'm fearful. I'd hate the embarrassment side of it.
If I did play one, I'd mean to play one.
So you're telling me. It's Taylah coming down here, looking for a bit of improvement on her last. Tris is excited about it.
Yeah, she is drawing in nicely out. Just wants to run out as much as she can. She'll grab the shot. Hello, Terry. Hope you're well, mate. He's just confirming it is Barb Vaughan playing with Jan Morton, as we thought. Goes good, Terry. Where are you playing this year, mate? You're making the drive down to Metro again? He plays at Kyneton, but he has played Metro weekend pennant the last couple of years. He was at Beau Morris last year as Terry. Of course, Kyneton, the home of Chloe Stewart. That's where she came from.
Born and bred.
Where did she play when she was down here, JT?
Kyneton.
She was at Kyneton, yeah?
Absolutely.
No, singles is even worse. Right. So she didn't play anywhere else, only Kyneton? Sunbury for a bit or not? Am I right or am I wrong?
I don't believe she did. I think she always stuck at Kyneton.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, look, don't absolutely quote me on that one, but I'm reasonably confident. There's a bit of a shine on the back wall. Kyneton
Yeah.
contributed, you know, towards all Chloe's accolades. Looking at Rowdy's comment where he said, I did my first one in a champion singles game, which means he's done more than one. I plucked the negative out of that straight away, Rowdy.
Yeah. Bo Morris and Gisborne. Yeah, there you go. It's good club, Bo Morris. Matty Curder plays down there. Sensational player he is.
Brendan
McCullum's gone there.
there.
Right,
Old Brendo. One of the funniest guys in Lawn Bowls, Brendo.
He's
Also,
a
very good antagoniser too.
Oh, yeah.
Good sledger.
One of the best.
Ray be looking to do something similar to last bowl. She turned Peri's bowl over in for shot. She's sort of gone with, I don't know what it's doing again, but
I think she's all right. Yeah, gets a little touch off that. What a bowl, Ray.
Yeah, great bowl.
Morning, Benny. Hope you're coming up for the VBL later, mate. I saw him yesterday. He was up here
I was
yesterday.
going to say, surely he's on volunteer duties.
Yeah.
TV star and Benny Fletcher. Marker extraordinaire.
So the interesting thing about the VBL later, JT, is it will be the first event that we've run.
No scorecards?
No scorecards.
I like that.
It's all online.
Yep.
Oh, Tris, trying to wreck the joint there. If she's just
Yeah,
got
but if she got a hard
Yeah,
you know, she was in the area. She's a bit stiff.
There's a couple to Ray and Peri. So we click into the second half of this game now. They lead 9-4.
Benny Fletcher said he's not doing anything at this stage, but he's on standby.
Mate, if you're here, I'll find you a job. Don't worry about that. If you're here later this afternoon or across the weekend, I will find you a job then.
Hey, I'm just looking at the way this game's unfolding, Jimmy. We've probably found, I'd say, nearly every end the jack has been towards the tee. There's not been
that's right.
any ends where it'd be interesting to see whether any of the sides take the punt.
And go
Sure.
different.
And I'd argue that it's probably Tris and Taylah to probably navigate that part of it because Ray's in front and they're obviously not.
They can keep playing this out for the next 7 ends.
Yeah,
There's no dramas for them.
You know, as I said, I was thinking about it because with our camera angles at the moment, everything else, the jack has been near the tee nearly every end.
That's what I'm looking forward to in the VBL tonight, is that there's no jack rolls in the VBL. It's a place jack.
Yep.
So I think we'll see a lot of attack in play. So there'll be, I think we'll see a lot of jacks on tees.
Jacks
and Matt's
right
right.
up. Yeah, I agree.
And I think they'll try to sink it early as well, which will be good, fun to watch. So just see Brett Spur coming on to watch. He's playing in the VBL later. He'll be someone that loves an attacking shot.
Yeah,
So
good at him too. Very good. I quite enjoy when Spurry's up and about and playing good bowls.
So I've spoken to a few players, and even Big Kev, he goes, I'm firing up for it. Like, I'm ready to go. Like, I think they're all going to be on top form. It's good fun. All right, can Taylah hold a line out? Oh, sits the ball, grabs the shot. Good shot by her. She kind of didn't react, so I don't think she was playing for that, but it's all right. I had an interesting chat in the bar last night, JT, with as I always do. I actually don't know the gentleman I was talking to, but he had some good ideas on what he thought we could do to elevate lawn bowls and make it more of a spectacle to watch. And one of the things he, this is controversial, but it did make me laugh.
Okay.
He reckons we're too polite as a sport. He said there's too much etiquette. He said some things need to stay, but he said one thing he would like to see
Chef France?
is the encouragement of clapping wicks and playing for wicks. I said it was controversial. Good shot by Ray.
I can't condone that.
He said, he goes, if you're watching a footy game and a player fumbles the ball, you'll cheer the fumble.
Yep.
If you are watching cricket and they drop a catch, you'll cheer the drop catch if it's against your team. So why don't we do that in lawn bowls? Why don't we make it more of a, you egg it on from the side? He goes,
are you saying it from a spectator's point, not so much a player's point?
Yeah, more a spectator's point. But I think the players would need to lead that. Tris, just turns Ray behind. It's made it harder for them.
You know me reasonably well, Jimmy. It's probably one of my bugbears in the sport is the opposition clapping a bad bowl. Does my head in. Interesting. It's an interesting take.
Yeah. He also had some good ideas, but he thinks we should hire like a fanatics or a Barmy Army style crowd to come sit on the end of the rinks and get up and about around it. I think you'd have to try it at BPL or something like that. But
as Ray's played 2 very good bowls this end.
yeah, she's they're just turning the screw, these two now. Taylah and Trish have got some work to do here. Which look, Trish is trying to change the head here. As we just missed that shot.
The one thing about 2 and walk pairs, there's always a chance of a number. You know, you got the 8 bowl, 8 bowls on the green, and it only takes one good end to swing the game back.
Well, like I said earlier, I think you can attack too early in this format of the game. I know personally I do it, especially if I'm playing the skip role. In my first 2 bowls, which is a traditional seconds role, you're trying to win the end there. All of a sudden, you've got no bowls in the head, or you've only got 1 bowl left in the head, and you just have to play it out. So there is possibility of numbers, but I just feel it's been a little bit more consistent, and now they're starting to improve. Ray and Peri here, they're just turning the screws slightly.
As I said, if I was in Tristan Taylor's shoes, I'd be looking for a tactical length change.
Yeah, correct. Just jag it one somewhere and then change it up. Morning, Barb.
One of our
number 1 fans.
I
She's
think
great.
Barb is probably close to the most.
She's on every stream.
Every stream across the
great.
country. If it's
Not even Victorian.
She's from Tarrant Point. I know that. I reckon last week when the Helensville 5-a-side was on, and Tarrant Point were playing it, she was
pumped up.
Chrissy Green had it live streaming in their club, and I know she was sitting in the club watching it.
Yeah, amazing.
You name the stream, and guarantee you Barb's watching it.
Yeah, jump on for VBL later, Barb. We've got 2 cracking games tonight, and then streaming through Saturday and Sunday as well. So tonight we've got we'll probably stream it'll be the pairs or the triples from the Gippsland versus Deer Park game. Then we'll follow it up with the singles from
Good ball, Peri.
Yeah, like I said, turning the screw out, holding 3 now.
And it's a head that's not huge. It's not fat. It's they're going to Taylah and Triss are going to have to play good ball to get out of trouble here.
They're going to want to do it early. She needs to change something with this bowl, Taylah. She likes it. She likes it. Ooh. What? Yeah, these weighted shots are tough on this green, I feel.
I feel like it's the kind of green where you either draw or it's flat out. I think the in-between shots can be tricky at times.
Yeah.
It's got some definitive lines there where if at least you go straight at it, you're half a sniff, Jimmy.
Yeah.
We're joined on the stream this morning by our Victorian under-18 coach, Matty Flapper.
Never heard of him.
He gets carried with that Victorian under-18 state side just quietly in terms of the coaching ranks. You got a good support crew.
Yeah, he's a terrific ambassador of the game, Matty. Plays it in the right spirits and plays hard. Oh, big work to do for Tris here.
We touched on the Nationals in a couple of weeks' time. He will be playing his 400th Victorian game, I believe, in the second to last match of that Nationals.
That's absolutely ridiculous that to play 400 games. That is ridiculous. You consider there's what, 10 a year?
You get seven.
15
You get
maybe?
seven. You get seven at Alley Shield,
Yeah, okay.
obviously, or the Nationals.
So 15 a year.
You know, and if you play 2 other series, whether they're 3 or 5, yeah. So no, he's been around for a while, showing his age. Another good bowler by Ray. She just, I was going to say,
she didn't want to fatten it.
She didn't want to. If she sat Jack high, could have been trouble.
Yeah, a lot of work for Tris to do. There'll be 12 fall down if she didn't change anything. It's a long way back with only 6 left to play.
She's backed herself on the draw.
Yes, Bob. Taylah is Brad's partner. Brad will be suiting up for the Gibbs and Lyrebirds in the VBL later. But Taylah is a very good player herself. As state title, she won a state title. Taylah, I'm pretty sure she's been close.
She definitely went close to the mixed pairs with Lee Schroner a couple of years ago. I think she made a semi-final on that. Off the top of my head, maybe not, but she is one of our Victorian state players.
She was so she was 13th player in.
Yes.
Carly pulled out. Someone pulled out.
Someone pulled out before the New South Wales series.
But she came in and dominated against Tassie.
And she played well. Yeah, I was going to say she played extremely well against Tassie because we had the privilege of calling that.
Oh, here we go, JT.
Now this is
Jax. This will be interesting to see what happens from Taylah here because Peri's thrown the jack in the pit. We've been calling for a change of tactic from Taylah and Tris, and sure enough, the mat's coming up.
We've got to do something different.
I wouldn't put this jack on the tee.
I would have like middle or mat back.
I would have gone mat back, but it's okay.
It's all right. It's changed.
Yeah, it's changed for them. So opportunity here for the Victorians. Morning, G. Hope you're well. Just talking about your move to Golden Square. Taylah doesn't want this one to fall in, Josh. Just stays up.
About 3 inches.
Yeah, so Jack on the tee, Matt up, but not right up. Probably 24 metres, 25 possibly. How's Peri gone?
Yeah, weight is pretty good, Jimmy.
Yeah, handy start. Yeah, they're just exerting some control in this game now, Ray and Peri. Trying to see. That looks like 6 apiece on the Kelsey.
I was going to say after this end, which would be 2/3 of the way through this match, I'll go for a score update, Jimmy.
Oh, Taylah, great reply. Good. This is the best start to an end we've had so far. Maybe they all needed the change of length. Peri said, she said not so good.
She's a little narrow.
Weight might
weight was
keep her interested though.
Yeah.
Right,
Roundabouts.
Taylah looking for the jack. Just a nice little trail to her own. Same bowl almost.
Yep.
Same paced bowl anyway. How'd she go? Ooh.
She'd probably want that one back.
Spoke about this before, haven't we? Imagine if you were able to have 1 back a game or 2 back a game where if you called it within the first, I don't know, 4 meters or something.
Ray wasn't far away then. She's actually navigated this forehand back in the last 2 or 3 times. A bit better where she's played that sort of reaching weight to turn her own bowls over.
They don't want to play this our side of the green, this forehand here. They haven't played a lot of bowls on it, so I don't think they're overly comfortable.
I reckon that's referring to Helen Clough, who's obviously up figuring in the pointy end of the competition.
I don't know where she's playing. I haven't seen her this morning, actually.
Rink 6, hang on.
Oh, rink 6.
I'll tell you in 2 seconds.
We'll be right here. Oh, yeah, there she is. Yeah, we'll get the bend. JT will get some scores. So, Sarah Ashby and Kelsey Cottrell are the 2 undefeated teams, and he'll try and get the Bendigo East ladies score. Ray saying, just play a similar bowl. But didn't play a similar bowl. So Ray and Peri holding shot here and lead 12-4 after 9 ends. Still have a time limit on this game. It's 2.5 hours. I don't think we're going to nudge that. Started about 8:30, so about an hour and a half in. So we're making good time. Yeah, Ray saying to Peri, if you've got the weight, you've got an absolute cracker. She nudges one of hers forward. Just being a little bit more consistent. The ladies from Tassie here. JT comes back with his score update. What have we got, pal? Oh, Taylah. Taylah. What a bowl.
Cracking bowl. So, the Bendigo East ladies are currently 15-11 up.
Go, mate.
Sarah Ashby is currently... And she's playing with Leisha Rooney.
Yes.
9-6 up. Kelsey Clubby playing Jan Morton and Barb Vaughan. 6 all after 10.
That's a close one.
I reckon this is close to our best head for the game, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's that change of length. They've all adapted real well to it. So I'm confident, or fairly confident, Taylor's got the shot with hers.
I had a look as I was walking past, and I was trying to. It was close.
We'll see if we can get Trish's attention as she walks past. No, she's too focused.
Chances are for Ray. I like where the Peri's bowls are on the forehand. She'll look just arrive to flick one over.
Crush them in.
Yep. And she plays this shot well.
Bit of billiards.
She's just got to get down.
Yeah, it's too high on that weight. There's not been a stack of bowls played on this forehand, so I don't think they overly trust it.
Well, as I said, I reckon she's played that hand well, though, a couple of times, trying to land a bowl and turn it over. Now, Trish could really bury the end here. If she can get a little jack movement, it'll really hide it and make 3 here.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. It'll make Ray's
next shot harder. Yeah, much harder.
Real hard. How'd she go?
Close.
Oh, mate. She probably didn't.
1 or 2.
She didn't get the exact movement of the jack she would have wanted. But she's gone.
What do you reckon? She made 1 or 2, Jimmy?
Yeah, agree. So she's trying to probably draw around them front bowls now. Of Taylor's.
It's a great bowl. She would have loved to tuck it more around the
Yeah,
corner, you know.
she just, I mean, you can never always get the jack movement you exactly want, but she was probably slightly unlucky with where it went, but she's still holding, which is always good.
This
You know,
bowl's all down to weight now.
yeah.
Because she probably can't get to the jack. Yeah. But if she can play good weight and get to jack high, she could potentially add a counter.
Yeah, the first stalk. So 2 coming out.
2.
I think that'll be it.
Now, again, camera angles are always a little deceiving.
Yeah, she's got to measure it, Taylah.
Tristan Taylah need 3.
Yeah, 2. Yeah, they've got 5 ends left to overturn this deficit now.
They're 6 behind.
So continuing that tactic, JT. Matt up.
Yeah, she's
Jack on the tee.
She's nailed that jack twice now, in terms of just not falling in.
It's an underrated skill, Jack rolling.
Even harder on a carpet green with the jack.
Mm.
It's a different jack roll than what you would on grass.
Mm. Right. She started off here. I think she's narrow and quick. Barb was pretty close, Spence. She's playing against Kelsey and Chloe. What did we say, 6-all?
Yeah, and as I just looked over there, she just turned the jack into the pit and sat on top of it.
Yeah, Jan Morton just took her hat off to Barb. So
Kelsey
she's
had 2 right near it, and Barb Vaughan just put the jack in the pit and sat on it.
It must be tough being Kelsey and Chloe in a tournament like this, because you're the hunted every single game. Someone's lifting they're all trying to beat you. Mate, if you'd lost 7 games here out of the 8, but come away with a win against Kelsey and Chloe, you've almost had a good tournament.
I'm not sure about that, but
it's like
but I do.
They used to say it in the football, the soccer, Man United. It was tough for them because everyone would raise the game to beat Man United. They always want that scalp. Oh, Peri headbutts the jack.
It's a great bowl. I reckon one of those bowls, as I'm looking, obviously, for the viewers, I'm just looking at that green where Kels is playing Jan Morton. And as I said, Barb Vaughan put the jack in the pit. But I reckon there's a chance that one of Kels's bowls is a toucher. And thus, Kels's first bowl went flying looking for one of the touches.
Yeah, right. They're on the grass. We've got them on the live stream next, JT. So we'll have after this game, we'll have a very short break, and then we've got Kelsey Cottrell, Chloe Stewart against Cass Millerick and Julie Keegan, which should be good fun.
I reckon Triss is just a fraction wide. And pan that camera to see Brad. Yeah. Speed not bad. Good bowl there by Ray.
Just stays on. Just. It's a couple.
I wouldn't be surprised if that last bowl of Ray's ends up being shot. There you go.
Yeah,
There's a
Jack
little prediction.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not a bad shot. I think Trish should hunt this.
She's playing back in.
She should try and drain the jack.
Obviously, by doing that, she takes away the danger of hitting it to Ray's last bowl too.
But I also think it's hard to see from the angle we're sitting, but it'd be interesting to see whether, I'm sure it would, Peri's shot bowl closest to the jack lines up with the blue at the back. So you've almost got a 2-in-1 shot. You try and get bare jack into the pit. Or
you're thinking really firm,
yeah,
Jimmy. Yeah.
That's where I'd be playing, I think, especially if I'm chasing shots like Triss and Taylah are.
I'd say they're still looking at the head. There's still a lot of holes there, though. So, saying that, I reckon Ray's played a pretty good weighted bowl here.
That might change my opinion if she's. That probably locks the blue in. She'd have to get the thin edge of the blue. So it's even more of a miracle shot that they're trying to play now. I'd probably still be firm at this though. I'm not one to sort of die wondering.
I personally think it's a forehand draw shot, just getting there.
I'm not good enough to play that shot, which is why I'm saying whack it.
Just navigating the lines out there, making sure you don't get too high.
Yeah.
Trish is liking
it.
it.
Trish likes it.
If we pan the camera, she's just got to clear those bowls. Speed was good. Taylor's a lot firmer. It's just all on her lines again. Just going in. I reckon what Peri and Ray are trying to do here, Jimmy, is trying to probably beat them to it. If they can turn the jack themselves first,
yeah,
why not potentially hide it? It's all theirs in that little pocket behind them.
Well, I think they can afford to be slightly firm as well.
Close is the call by Ray.
Yeah. Oh.
Wow. That must have been close. Thanks, Ray.
Bit of trouble here, Triss and Taylah. 6 down on the overall, couple down at the head. 2 bowls to change that, Triss.
Speed's
Too wide.
Did it do enough though?
Kicks it. Oh,
The fingers up by Taylah.
clapping wicks.
That wasn't clapping.
No, I'm
legs.
joking.
I'll defend the
No.
situation.
Kidding. Yeah, right. That's
Fortunate.
not the way she would have expected it. So Ray's going to have a run at it. JT, how's she go? How's she go?
Just missing.
Got oh, oh, she had it.
Oh, no, now
Yeah,
Taylor's
okay.
saying it's close. Definitely changed the context at the end.
Yeah. Right, Ray, I'll have another go at this.
Yep. Oh,
She missed by... Yeah, right, so Peri's... Peri said if you get the jack in the pit, we're 5. So that's why she's... It's the little conference they're having between each other here.
I think the idea there with Peri obviously wants to jack more under the number versus go on the other side.
Yeah.
There's a couple of Taylah and Triss's bowls out on the right-hand side.
She halves it.
Yep.
Right, how'd she go? She doesn't like it, JD.
She wasn't that far from the shot. Sometimes with good intentions, the lead can get in the skipper's head and not. And then probably, maybe Ray should have just played the shot she saw and went whooshka. Anyway, they still might hold one. The measure is out.
Yeah, it is 1 to Taylah and Triss. Keeps them live in this game, otherwise that'd have been...
That could have been some hurt if they missed that one. Yep.
Been battling.
It's down to 5 with 4 to play. Again, the length change has worked, Jimmy.
Yeah.
We were asking for it.
It's like we're playing 3D bowls there. We just know what's happening. All over it. I would have to have a nap in the 15 minutes between these two games. I'm battling this morning.
The words I'd use are soft, Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm not even going to argue. We know that anyway. Fair weather commentator. I need the wind to be blowing in the right direction.
It's like you're bowling too. No, need another cracking start here from Taylah. We need for Triss and Taylor's situation.
Yeah, 4 ends to grab 5 shots back. Fair start by Taylah. Good lead bolt.
Looks like Jan Mort and Barb Vaughan won another end. So that match would have 3 to play, Jimmy. I reckon Kelsey and Chloe at least 2 shots behind.
Yeah, right.
Let's get back to this game. There's some
Well,
good lead bowls so
Chloe's
far.
just put the mat down. Oh, no, for
No.
Barb. Yeah, okay. She's close here, Josh. Just gets stiff with the result.
Yeah, good bowl. It's been 4 good leads bowls out.
Get some support, Ray, in the comments. She's seems like a popular figure. She's a real nice lady. Chat with her before. Seems to play in good spirits as well. She's always
No
got a smile.
fuss sort of person too, you know. I reckon that score is 8-6, Jimmy, in favour of Jan Morton.
Yeah, right.
If my eyes are any good.
Debatable.
Trish will be looking to skirt these yellow and green bowls. Still one.
Yeah.
Still one.
Changes it though, because Ray can use that bowl now, catch the inside of it, walk
Even
back
if-
towards the
Or
jack.
if she's tight, she can turn the one on the line over a couple of times too.
Set up okay for them.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that
That's
works.
enough. That's enough.
Nearly turns it behind too, Jimmy. It's harder to get at.
Yeah, it's one bowl away from being very difficult if it was rolled over once more behind the jack.
Taylor's having a good look at this one.
Yeah.
Just probably a bit quick,
I
really.
think for me, this is very interesting, like that type of shot. We've seen it fairly regularly in this game. They just hang a bit on the forehand, especially when you play a little bit away. Jodie, JT's just going to have a quick squiz at Sarah's score. We'll let you know. She's on the green behind us. She's just going to have a walk down. She's the other undefeated team. I think she's winning, judging by what JT's made them to me. But he'll stick his headphones on and let us know. Sarah's up
12-9 up.
with 3 to play.
1, 2. Yeah, you'd assume so. I didn't actually look at the ends, Jimmy. I just looked at the score.
I know we always say you do half a job in the office, but it's even more apparent.
Please. And getting back to what you were saying, just as I was nicking over to get the score, I reckon you're absolutely spot on. If you play a little bit too much weight on this forehand side that Taylor's just played, it hangs. You need to play the right weight. It's critical.
It's a funny old green, this little 4-inker. It's been relayed, I think, 6-10 months ago. So within the last year. But it's still got some odd things happen on it.
Again, hence why some people play with the wider bowls on the carpet,
Yeah,
Jimmy, just to make
that
sure
makes sense.
you get down. Nicely weighted bowl there by
It's a
Peri.
sensational. Don't know if she managed to get through that touching anything. Close.
Oh, very close.
This is a ripper by Taylah. That's an
Great bowl.
absolute sensational ball.
I'll even give that a clap.
Yeah, that's as good as it gets, that. Just hanging in, ain't they, Taylah and Trish? Just finding a way.
Yep. Well, they needed to. I said they were 12-4 down. They've won the last 3 ends.
2.
3, haven't they?
2.
Yeah. Okay. I've
It'll be
made
3 though in this one.
yeah. Well, you know, I've made a balls up. That's all right. I'm not infallible.
Oh, we know that.
Like to think I am. This would be the time when my good mate Barry likes to say, Josh, this is where you got to have a scorecard in front of you, you know, and you have the scores down, you know. And
We do.
well,
we literally have a scorecard in front of us.
The screen is in front of you. I can't see a bar of it, but anyway.
Right. Tris.
Just that, again, you even see the bowl deviate then.
I've seen a few of the players who are playing in the VBL later jumping on the stream at some point. There'd be a big learning to take away from watching this game.
Particularly if you're going to get drawn on the live stream rinks.
Just be very wary of your
Right, doesn't like that one.
slightly weighted bowls because they are hanging. I don't know why she don't like it.
Again, faction wide, but I reckon her weight was
Good
very
for what she wa-
kind then, that it was
yeah.
going to at least give a little bit.
It's the hurry.
Could become a nuisance bowl though, Jimmy.
That little touch there has made that an absolute pest of a bowl. Because I don't think she has to play the perfect bowl now.
I don't know if there is danger there doing so, but it's nearly worth playing firmer and trying to rip in a couple out. If you can get the jack in the
Back left. Yeah.
back left, if Brad pans to the side camera, yeah. If we're looking at the screen there, that back left, they do have a couple over that way. Chances are, though, is if you happen to clip your own out, how many more do they go down? Probably one more.
It's a Hail Mary shot, whatever she's playing here. I don't think it's... it's an awkward shot. Maybe at 12-7 up after 11 ends of 15, you just go one's all right down. The only thing is...
Where are they dropping more than two? Oh, I'd probably take the punt. I'd be rumbling.
I reckon Jack's coming forward, I'd have.
Ooh,
One of them ends.
Big call.
If she connects. How'd she go?
Well, she's looking at it hard. She's awfully close.
Ooh.
One down.
All right, this one gets interesting.
That's 3 ends in a row, hey, Jim?
Yes.
Just confirming that.
Yeah, you're right on this occasion. 12-8, 3 ends left, and 4 the difference.
Not going to pat ourselves on the back, Jimmy, but we did make the call, move the mat, change the length.
It's easy from the sidelines, Bowles, I'm telling you. I reckon I'm the best player ever because I haven't played for 2 years because I've just been commentating. Oh, no, Josh.
What?
She's put the jack in the pit.
Ooh. Well, we'll see what happens here. Yeah, this is interesting. This is a big moment of the game, I reckon, Jimmy.
Yeah, they've gone...
Gone back to their preferred longer length. That was working for them.
That's okay by Taylah. Yeah. I don't know where it's... What are we looking most forward to?
Oh, yeah. But our biased opinion is the brand new VBL.
Yeah.
And the format we're doing and the new competition should be good, Benny.
I think I'm most looking forward to watching the singles games, isn't it? To be honest, from the players that I've been told who are playing singles for each franchise, we're going to have some crackers to watch. I'm pretty sure tonight, well, it's a shot by Taylah.
Who we got second game?
So second game, we've got Warrnambool and Yarraville Footscray. So we could
So my
see
prediction would be there, and
Reece
that's
Jeffs
versus Pidge,
or Nelson.
Brett Marnie.
I would say the only reason I would say Nelson is because I think Yarraville might skip Pidge in the fours.
But I reckon they'd be happy with Wayne Roberts potentially skipping in the fours. So I reckon they'll go Pidge in the singles.
Yeah, okay. I think Nelson will skip.
Oh, well, there you go. Interesting to see.
So I'd if it is Pidge against Reece, two players who love chasing a ball down a green. I reckon it'll be a cracker to watch. That's what I'm most excited about, Benny. The singles matchups. I think we're going to get some corkers. So then I'm pretty sure Saturday, off the top of my head, we have the singles game between Dandenong and Brighton.
So that'd be probably...
It's Matty Low, I know.
And Thor, I reckon.
Yes.
I reckon Thor.
Which, again, that's two of the best players in Victoria. And then we haven't lined up our round 3 yet. We're going to wait and see how the ladders panned out and make sure we're bringing a game that'll mean something.
Just for those at home who are interested in this overall tournament, I think, again, Jan Morton and Barb Vaughan has just won the next end. Don't know how many. So I reckon it's a minimum of 9-6 at this stage after 13.
Throw the cat amongst the pigeons there, because Sarah Ashby was leading by 3 last time we had a check.
Yep.
So she and Leisha Rooney, I think she's playing with, would then be the only undefeated team leading into the last game.
I wonder who they played last game. Let's anticipate this.
So they're playing against 18.
Team 18. Jodie Frund.
Ooh.
Who I know is not actually feeling 100% today, but...
Yeah, oh, what a bowl by Ray.
Great bowl.
Jack High is the only thing. Yeah.
Be interesting. Well, there's still 2 ends left in that match down there.
Tris missing. It's a fair prize. I think it's. Is it 12 grand to the winner? I'm pretty sure Kev said.
It's significant.
That's huge.
Yeah, if Sarah and Leisha happen to lose, wow, that opens up the whole game, the whole tournament. Saying that,
they're currently winning. We think
Kels and Chloe have a very good margin.
Yeah, 92.
They have 25 more than anybody else at this stage.
92 margin after 6 games. It's ridiculous. It's an average of 15 a game. Just 15 and a bit a game.
It's actually 17.
No, it's not.
Isn't
it? 15 times 6?
6
is
Sorry,
90.
my apologies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come here for the bowls. Get a bit of maths knowledge. As the Tassie girls here are holding a couple. All they need to do here, Ray and Peri, is win a end of the last 3.
Yeah, I reckon that'll be a good catalyst for them to hang on to this game.
All they need to do is win an end.
Set up well from this end. It's going to take a good bowl by the Taylah Tris here.
How'd she go?
Not far away. That hand does hang.
Oh. Should she been firmer there, Josh?
Well, maybe getting that one roundabouts first, set them up. Now they could probably potentially attack, you know.
Peri hating on herself for that bowl.
I actually like the banter between Peri and Ray.
Yeah.
They'll tell you if they don't like it. There we go. There's the call. Bit more weight.
chance. She's funny. She's giving herself a right hard time at the back of the ring there. Poor Peri. It's all right, love. You're winning. Taylah. Oh.
Still down.
That's
Wasn't far away.
toucher, though. That's a very
Yeah.
good result for that to be a toucher. It's the other thing, just flicking back to the talk about the singles for the VBL. No jack roll. How does that change a singles game?
Well, again, if you're playing well, you get your length that you want. I think it's pretty important. You know, I've always been a big believer that in a singles game, your first bowl makes or breaks you. So you get the length you want without actually having to roll the jack. And if you can nail that first bowl, catalyst to winning the match, no doubt. You can see that obviously Peri's been trying to play the forehand, and I reckon the big reason is there, Jimmy, is they're playing backhand and sitting another one beside the Blues fattens it up, and I think they want to try and leave the head the way it is.
Yeah, they're almost okay with a nothing bowl. They
Yep.
it's just.
And if they can get down to the white bowl
Yeah.
that's of Taylor's, I'm interested to see. Tris looks awfully close.
Close. Oh, still no result.
It's a fair bowl with the not much to the result.
It's two good bowls by Tristan Taylor in a row, and not.
I reckon she's going to try and get to that
Yeah.
bowl that you're seeing. Ray Arcs, Peri, where's the of the two white bowls, which is the shortest one and how far short? She's going to try and get to that bowl and flop in, and which again would change the shot and actually count too potentially.
Oh,
That could hide the shot bowl.
that's nuisance value. Yeah, Tris sticks her tongue out like, ugh. Starting to get some games finished. Looks like our. That looks like Joe, who's playing with Mel, our marketing manager.
How's she getting shot, Jimmy?
Close your eyes and wallop it down there, mate. I actually think she's got to come off her Taylor's short ball.
Backhand, forehand.
I think backhand. I don't think she can get it forehand. But it's hard to see at the angle we're at. Yeah, she's coming backhand.
She's got to try and navigate.
I
that
think
last one to raise, though. That's the one on the backhand.
I think she's got to whack this. Yeah, that's what she's trying. Wide, Josh?
Oh.
It was a terrific effort.
That contact actually would have been really good because it could have actually squeezed the jack
Yeah.
through the two whites out to the other side, and they would have been 3 up.
I'd tip is that Ray will be short here. I think she wants anything to do with this head now. Take the one and run. I'll go get a score update after off the other rinks.
It's 10-6. I can see it from here.
I'll go see what Sarah's is.
Yep. Yeah, she declared it, Jimmy. Just 5 the difference, 2 to play. As Jimmy goes and gets us some scores. I said I can see the scores from the Kelsey-Chloe match. And I said why we're bringing you those scores. They are currently leading the tournament. They are undefeated. They're currently 4 down with 2 to play. I do believe they are holding shot down there at the moment. Jimmy's going to get us the Sarah Ashby scores, who's currently running second, undefeated on 6 wins so far. We talked about the jack roll and how critical it's been. Taylah and Triss got the jack after a poor roll by Peri, and they went short and they got him back in the game. And then Taylah unfortunately rolled the jack in the pit last end, and that allowed Peri and Ray to get the long end, which they won. And then, as it turns out again, Peri has just rolled the jack in the pit again. So the jack placement, the length of the end, has been very critical in this match so far. As another jack went in too. So for those at home, the rules are once you do 2 illegal jack length rolls, jack goes on the tee and the mat can be placed anywhere by the lead of the team that won the previous end. And as we expected, longish end by the Tassie girls. Well, I think just looking here from where I'm standing and looking at that green, the back green, the grass green, Kelsey and Chloe might be holding 3 or 4 here with Jan Morton's last bowl. And she rolled one of the own team's bowls into the head. Don't know what it's done. Starter here by Taylah. Looks to be 2, I believe, down in that back green. So Kelsey and Chloe will be 2 down playing the last end. As we come back to this match. Oh, it's another counter by Taylah. If they're to win the game, they're going to need to win this end at the very least. No one's really nailed at this end yet. All the bowls are past the head. That is the best one so far. Ray's weight's pretty good here. Is it hanging around for a shot? Yes, it is. It is slightly narrow of the 2 hands. It's the top end where the first one he gets on here, because nothing is super close yet, I reckon will be a catalyst to winning the end. And Peri is probably delivered at the right time. It's all on Taylor's weight now. She's not far away. You hear the call there from Ray. They got shot. Anything that's probably just a foot behind, just past a little bit, takes away the danger. Could potentially count in a good home, more than anything. Taylah be looking just to improve on her weight here. Just arriving, give it a chance. She's awfully close. It's a great bowl. Ooh. This angle, hard to tell who's got shot.